What is going on, guys? I got ice in my mouth. Okay. What's going on, guys? So, I know some people that follow me on Instagram have been seeing some stuff lately. And I just kind of want to, I don't even know where to begin, to be honest with you. And I don't feel like cutting any of this out. This is just going to be kind of like raw. So, the kind of, a little backstory. So my mom has been like, wanting me to get my blood tested. I'm keto, I want to put my money where my mouth is, all that fun junk. So, decided to get my blood tested. I got it done on Friday. Didn't really know what to expect. I hadn't had my blood tested for my lipid panel and forever. And I had never gotten, I got everything checked. My thyroid, my kidneys, my testosterone, free and total. I didn't know what to expect, okay? So, come yesterday, I got my results. And they were not good. In some areas. Some areas were fine. Cholesterol, HDL was good, trigs were good. LDL was a little high, but I fasted for 20 hours. I was doing OMAD, which shows signs. If you fast too long and then get your blood pulled, it's very common. I mean, very, very common that cholesterol, LDL, and total is going to be high just due to the way your body outputs energy in a very extreme fasted state. So next time I'll just fast a little bit earlier. I'm not really worried about those numbers. What really got me was my testosterone. It's not in a good place at all. I'm gonna read the numbers to you and then kind of dive into like how I feel about it, what I plan on doing about it, all that. So my total testosterone, now the scale is 300. I'm looking at the report right now. The scale is 300 to 1080, okay? My total testosterone is 163. So I'm extremely below what it should be. Very low. My sex hormone bind globulin should be between 16.5 and 55.9. It is at 65.7, so it's very high. And then my free testosterone should be anywhere between 47 and 244. It is at 19.2. So I have I don't even know what to call it. I'm calling it chronically low testosterone. If you know another term, please, I would love to be educated on it. And so, man, I don't even know how to say it. How do I put this? It's really hard to talk about. I understand more now, when men are even if they're talking to coaches, and they're and they have a hard time talking about it, and the coach is like, well, just talk. I resonate with that now. It's really hard to talk about. It's almost demanning. It's like seeing that you have extremely low testosterone literally makes you feel like less of a man. It's interesting because, so for a while, I have a personality, and everybody that watches this and everybody that's on my Instagram knows I have this outgoing personality. I'm always blah, 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 and, but the energy just isn't there. The energy that I used to have when I was younger just isn't there. And when I first got married, me and my wife put a lot of that off. We were just like, oh, I'm settling down, I'm maturing, I'm supposed to get less energy, blah, blah, blah. Just kind of disregarding it as just aging. But now, that doesn't seem to be the case. I might actually have an issue, which sucks, but it's good. It's good because now I can fix it. Now that I know that there's an issue, it can be fixed. There are things that I can do to potentially try to take care of this. And then obviously, if it gets to a point where I can't do it on my own, I will have to seek out help. Don't want to do that. As a natural bodybuilder, I really, really, really don't want to do that. So I don't know. It's crazy because I think about all the dumb stuff I've done to my body. So a little bit more about me. When I was ages like 19 and 20, so like a good like year and a half span, there was a large portion of it where I was a total pothead. You know, I got really low, had no ambition, started smoking like a bunch, like more than a human should smoke. Like it was bad. Like I'm talking like 6-7 J's a day. Like it was a lot. And I've heard in excess like that, there is a possibility that it can mess with testosterone. There was a time when I was dabbling in pro hormones. If you don't know what pro hormones are, they used to be over the shelf before the FDA got involved. They basically turn into steroids in your body. There was one in particular I took 3 times. It was called dimethazine. I took it for 4 weeks one time, got incredibly strong, not a lot of gains, but incredibly strong. Cycled off of it, did it again during a 40-day fast, didn't cycle off of it, quit it halfway through the cycle, and then I did it again in a pre-workout form about 6 months after that, didn't cycle off of it right. And granted, that was a long time ago, and I took time off after that, so like any gains that I would have made from that are long gone now. But that is a part of my life, and I handled those substances very stupidly, and it was completely like a teenager's ego. And if I could go back, I would take it back. So, and I don't think that those, like, you have to take steroids for a while to really cause an issue. I don't think that those were the exact issue. I also found out that I have a genetically, apparently, some males, at least my mom's side, I don't know about my dad's side, but I know my mom's side have low testosterone. And so there's a lot of compounding factors I'm starting to realize, and, you know, it makes so much sense to me now. And I hate it. I hate it. I'm gonna get emotional. I hate it. And it makes so much sense. Like, and I'm not saying that other people don't work hard to get big. I'm not saying other people don't work hard to get strong. I'm not saying other people don't work hard to get lean. But man, the effort I have put in before and the results, just, man, it was so much harder for me to lose weight, so much harder for me to get fat off my gut. So much harder, and granted, like, I've been consistent, and I have grown. Muscle-wise, I have grown. But it was so hard, and I just would work out with people, and I'd be eating as much of them or more, and when I went to the gym, it was balls to the walls, and they were progressing, and I was progressing, but not near at the speed, and man, I just thought that's what the way it was supposed to be. And I'm so glad but frustrated that it's not. I'm glad because obviously there's potential to heal my body and to see what my full potential is as a natural athlete. But also it's frustrating because I wish I would have done this sooner, you know? I wish I would have known about this forever ago. Because if I've had low testosterone for this long, imagine how low it got during my competition prep. I mean, I could have been, who knows? And I remember I felt like I couldn't explain how tired I was. And, you know, everybody else said they got really tired, so I just thought it was a thing. I can't compare my tiredness to somebody else's that's competing. But I remember before I got on stage, it was bad. And, like, I always wondered, like, I was under 2,000 calories for, like, 6 weeks. Why in the hell could not I get leaner? And all that. So that part is like super frustrating but eye-opening. But man, I am so proud of myself, and I don't mean that in like a prideful way. I hope you understand the term of proud I'm trying to use here. I have proof now, or not solid, but, you know, based off of evidence, that I am genetically not made to be a bodybuilder. I am genetically not built to do what I have been doing for the past year and a half now. I'm not built for it. You look at my family, they are not like naturally stout men, you know. I'm not genetically built for it. but I have defied my own odds. I have pushed through, and am I at my full potential yet? No. And we're gonna take steps to get there. I'll get into that. But man, I have overcome my genetics by a long shot, and I'm super proud of that. And I hope, my biggest hope with making this video, because to be honest, I don't want to tell anybody this crap. It's embarrassing to me. It makes me feel, like I said, it's hard to talk about and get my words straight. You might hear this and think I'm just mumbling this whole video. This is for the guy that is dealing with this. This is for the guy that thinks that he can never change it, that there's no hope, that he just needs to live with it, that he just needs to keep eating and killing himself because it's whatever. I'm here to tell you, you're not alone. Somebody like me that has helped people lose weight, helped people fix their own hormonal problems, has stepped on stage, placed third, works with Robert Sykes, the Keto Savage. I mean, I'm surrounded by this lifestyle, and I found out that I deal with this. And I'm going to do everything I can to fix it. So can you. You are able, you are capable, and you are worth doing something about it. You are. And that goes for anybody watching this that has any kind of issue with anything. Doesn't matter how you do it. I don't care if you go to school. I don't care if you get a certification. I don't care if you get a coach. Do something. Educate yourself. Do something, because you are worth doing something for. You're worth it. Don't live a mediocre life because you're too scared to talk about it. Talk to somebody. Talk to me. Please message me, DM me, email me, talk to me. Man, I really can resonate. I know what it feels now. It's embarrassing. It's hard. It's just hard. But it's a reality, and you have to be able to face that reality to overcome it, and that is the hard truth, and that's what I had to deal with yesterday. You know, I've always had the past couple years, I've really struggled with like self-motivation. I just have to motivate myself every day, but no, like my drive isn't there because I don't have any testosterone, and that's a huge sign of low testosterone is no drive. And so this forcing myself to do things, although I am a type B personality, so that happens. I definitely motivate myself. And I definitely have like a more of a lazy approach to life and relaxed approach. But like the force that I have to put in myself daily, that I really don't talk to people about. I just do it because I've been doing it for so long. You just think it's normal. I don't know how to explain it. Like, there's so many things that I thought were just normal, and now I'm realizing, and some of them still are normal. It's gonna take me a while as I get this fixed to decipher the two, but a lot of it, like it's not normal. I just kept pushing it off, and that just blows my mind. So that's where we're at with that. I have chronically low testosterone, and it sucks. Now, I know some of y'all, I want to get into this, and then we'll get into what I'm gonna do to fix it. Now, I know some of y'all are like, oh, didn't you gain 11 pounds while you were with Robert, or blah, blah, blah. So I have a theory based on that. So one thing I've learned is that testosterone and muscle building or protein synthesis are very separate. Like, testosterone helps greatly with this, but they are separate entities, which is why I've been able to put on some muscle, or quite a bit in that 2-month period. And I really think it's because of the amount of food I was eating. I was eating like 6,000 calories a day, but that's also why I gained so much body fat, is because my test was low. But let me explain. This is the best analogy I have, okay? So imagine you have your body and you have your muscle, right? And in between the two is this door. It's a swinging door, right? And it's on hinges, and basically your body blows. Imagine like mTOR, which is what stimulates protein synthesis, L-leucine, all these amino acids, insulin, all those are different kinds of winds that blow through that door, and that door swings open, and they go to the muscles, and they blow back, and there's just this constant like wind current, right? Now imagine testosterone is the spray, or the stuff that they put on the hinges to keep the hinges from getting rusty. The more you put on, the easier it swings, right? So basically, what was happening at that period of time was my hinges have been rusty for a while, very rusty. My doors have a hard time moving, but because of the amount of red meat I was eating, because of the amount of leucine I was taking in, because of the amount of protein synthesis that was happening and mTOR was being stimulated, there was huge gusts of wind forcing that door open, which was causing me to gain quite a bit of lean mass. So on a good note, I'm really good at gaining lean mass. Bad note, my testosterone levels inhibit me from taking full advantage of that at the moment. So that is that. I hope that made sense. If it doesn't, leave a comment, message me. If you think I'm stupid and I said that totally wrong, let me know. I would love to be educated. Knowledge is power. So what am I gonna do going forward? Well, first thing I'm gonna do is take all of these. Don't worry, they're just vitamins. I just wanted to scare you. So I do have a supplement that's coming in. So I was really depressed yesterday, like really depressed. That's why I wasn't on social media a lot. I was really just like, it was like a placebo effect. Like once I realized that there was a justification for all these feelings I had always been putting off, they like came back tenfold. Like I almost cheated on my diet. I just wanted to give up. I was like, whatever. But I had some really good friends that I reached out to, and they reached out right back immediately and talked to me for like hours. It felt like, not emotionally, but we talked about the science, because I want to know the science. I'm like, okay, what's going on? I realized real quick, I'm a freaking nutrition coach. I've helped people deal with issues like this, not this one specifically, everybody's different, but issues like this, I can figure this out. We need to figure this out. So I have a couple friends that are neurosciences, you know, Danny Vega, I reached out to him, a bunch of people with master's degree. There's one, I'm not gonna give her name out, she was awesome help. You know, she's on cutting edge research. We were talking back and forth a lot yesterday. I sent her my results. We were looking at different herbs and supplements and all kinds of things. And I found a supplement I'm gonna start taking. It might arrive today, it might arrive tomorrow. It's all natural. Everything in it is all natural herbs and one mineral called boron. I'm not gonna tell you the name, I'm not gonna tell you the ingredients, because I don't want you to copy me. You know, I had a friend, my friend Crystal, about to be Crystal Sykes, she mentioned it on an Instagram story, and I totally agree. I don't want you going, oh wow, I have dips in energy, I have low testosterone, let's go take what John's taking. That might not be the case. You might be metabolically adapted at a low caloric rate. You might have been chronically dieting. You might, I mean, who knows? First of all, go get your blood checked. Go get your blood checked, figure out what that is before you do anything. I'm just letting you know what I'm doing. So I'm gonna be starting to take that supplement for the next 2 months. I am going to go into the sauna 2 to 3 times a week for about 40 minutes. That's supposed to stimulate HGH, ketone production. I'm going to continue to take my exogenous ketones. I hope that that helps with other things, but kind of like, you know, kind of truly helping with anabolism and reduce inflammation and stuff like that, so my body can focus on the hormones. I did start my refeeds this week. In fact, today I'm recording is a refeed day for me. So I'm not going to lose probably as much body fat on this cut as I wanted to. Or I might, if my testosterone picks up and I start melting. I don't know what's going to happen. But if I don't miss out, if I miss out on 4 pounds of body fat and I heal myself and I'm going to be ready to prep for a competition next year, it's worth it. So refeeds start this week. And yeah, and I'm doing 2 meals a day. I stopped doing OMAD, talked to some people, including the neuroscientist that I told you all about that helped me figure out the supplements I was going to take. And OMAD can be, for some people, stressful on their hormones, especially in a deficit, if you do it every day. And so I don't know how true that is, how not it's true, but if there's a chance that if I just open up my eating window by a couple hours, I can help, then I'm gonna try it. So the plan is to do this until before KetoCon, and then the weekend before KetoCon, I'm gonna get my blood drawn again. I'm gonna get my testosterone, and then of course my lipid panel. I'm gonna be fasted a little bit shorter. So once I'm fasted, once I get a test where I'm actually only fasted for 12 to 13 hours, and I have actual numbers that reflect what they should, then I'll just tell you what they are, whether they're high, low, or whatever. I just know that the tests, the lipid test that I took this time was very skewed. And so yeah. That's it, guys. I really hope that you take this with stride. I hope it teaches you something. Like I said, if you're struggling with something like this, feel free to reach out. I am all ears. I know it can be uncomfortable, but you are worth figuring this out. So go get checked. Make sure you're healthy. Eat right. Lift weights. And keto on, fam. I love you guys. Peace.